Alright, hey, this is King Ty 64. I'm doing a YouTube video about Metroid's new game, Samus Returns, and the game that was released last year, Am2r, the game that Nintendo shut down for not very good reasons other than their legal right to do so. Not really big on scripts, so if I look away from the camera, it's because I'm using the script and I have to look at it, so I can make sure that I keep track and not babble. Kind of like what I did last video. So I've been playing Samus Returns for a while. Now, and it's a very decent Metroid game. I kind of like it a lot. It's a very good one. Very good Metroid game compared to its predecessors, starting with Super Metroid, Fusion, Zero Mission, and Am2r. I don't care what the fanboy says. I'm putting Am2r up there. Am2r is definitely my favorite. Not putting it in the list. It's my all-time favorite Metroid side scroller because it was made by a fan and it's arguably a real Metroid game that Nintendo didn't even make. That's a shame on Nintendo's part. So they did they were doing some very shadowy stuff last year, during the anniversary of Metroid, which Am2r was released. That's one way to celebrate, one of your IP's anniversary. You take down a fan game because it was better than what it was decent enough that you could have done, but they never got around a chance to do so. I don't believe any excuse that they were in the making of it 2 years, but then again, I didn't do a lot of research on that, so I could be wrong, but I had to see it for myself. So Am2r was a work of fan love, straight fan love for the franchise. Obviously, Dr. M64 was a very passionate fan of Metroid, where he spent a whole over 10 years making the game, and he did put a lot of effort into it, and it came out very, very good. You can see I'm doing a comparison, but I've probably seen a lot of other YouTubers do the exact same thing, but they say because they started with Super Metroid. I started with Fusion and Zero Mission. So they're kind of nitpicky about some of the game's mechanics, but I don't think they hate it too much to where they won't even play the game and give it a shot. I'm pretty sure they would. It's a Metroid in 3D. We really wanted that for a long ass time. Ever since 3DS came out, we've been waiting for a Metroid 3D side scroller or a first person shooter on the 3DS. We finally got one, so I don't think even diehard Metroid fans can hate this game. But Am2r has been out already. Need to hit the remake before Samus Returns did, and I feel like they're gonna put that on their favorite. One of the mechanics that they did dislike was the whole melee counter thing. They're not really big fans of it because they kind of pointless, considering that mostly when you play the game you just shoot stuff, and it's kind of got that Mega Man feel. You shoot things to death in order to beat it. If it was exclusive to only boss fights, maybe they would be more lenient about it. But the real issue is that it's not a option; it is the option. Because damn near every single enemy charges at you. Every single enemy literally has its own personal charge, and they charge at you. So if you got 3 enemies in your line of view and they charge at you at the same time, or charge you like one by one, you gotta rely on that melee counter, which they're not gonna like that. I kind of find it a bit annoying sometimes that you have to rely on it instead of just using it to get using it as a passive. Because it should be a choice to use it, not a reliability. Notice that it's kind of trying to make you use it when you try to take the enemies head on without using the melee counter. The enemies take a longer time to be killed, depending on what beam you got. You get to say the wave and spacer beam, they're not very easy to kill. They're still pretty difficult. Only until you get the plasma beam does some of the enemies a little bit more tolerable to kill. But when you use the melee counter, a successful melee counter, they die instantly. So you can, if you play the game, you see how they're trying to do that, trying to force you to use the melee counter rather than have you do it as an option. Other than that, my whole take on the whole game, Samus Returns, in my opinion, is more. In my opinion, this is a reimagined rather than a remake. You know, kind of like how they did Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. It's a reimagined, not necessarily a remake, but it takes place in the same play style, game mechanics, same kind of Zelda universe, I guess, sort of. I don't really know, but I feel like it's a reimagined, not necessarily a remake. Well, because it feels entirely different than the original Metroid 2 game, like a lot different. Like it's almost like an entirely different game. So I feel like that way. The way I look at it is for the Metroid story timeline. I feel like this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. I really don't care if you do. And I feel like that Samus returns to SR388 after the events of Metroid Fusion to find more information about the Chozo. You know, maybe add up Samus's new computer at the end of Fusion, the way that this Adam's brain, maybe he mentions something about the, or maybe they discover something about the Chozo and they return to SR388 to find more information about it. They have the Chozo memories in the game that you unlock after doing the completion, which I am doing right now. I am almost done. I got one more area and I am unlocking every single photo. And I will see right now. Maybe I'll do a video about that. Maybe not. Maybe somebody else might beat me to it. But I feel like they're showing more. They show more information about what how the Chozo started on SR388 and how they created the Metroids and how that backfired severely to get rid of the X parasites and end up creating a whole new parasite. You know, kind of fucking around with life. Basic Frankenstein there. Basically, this is what they did. they literally did Frankenstein. She also has hard mode if you buy the amiibos, which I have to do because I want to play the game to the absolute fullest, which most veteran Nintendo fans, like probably a little bit more older than I am, will find that pure BS. I agree, but I'm still gonna do it because I want to play in a fusion suit and want to play the game to its absolute fullest. Like I'm gonna play all three files, one on normal, one on hard, and one on very hard in the fusion suit. Oh yeah, I'm playing the shit out of this game. I played the shit out of all the other Metroid games. I don't see why I shouldn't play the shit out of this one. Well, except for the Prime series. Prime series for me, I gotta have my game controller, handheld controller. I don't do the Wii motion sense thing. I think that takes the fun out of playing a game. You're trying to motion sense everything. But other than that, Metroid Samus Returns is a very decent game. I give the title of remake to Am2r because I enjoyed that game. I enjoyed that game to a very good degree. I played the shit out of that one too. I enjoyed the game to a very good degree. It feels like more like a remake than a reimagined. Unlike Samus Returns, it seems more like a reimagined than it is a remake. Am2r seems like a remake more than a reimagined. I mean, it kind of is reimagined, but not to a good degree to where it's not Metroid 2. It still is Metroid 2. They just added some bosses, very good scenery to how the Chozo was doing, how the Chozo was living there. You know, in Samus Returns background, less cavey, more relevant to the Chozo civilization. Like in every single cave, like they were just physically just living there. Only when you get to the last area do you find their little science lab, which Am2r did not have. Science lab was probably in the F spot where they made Metroids. They could have put that in the background, somewhere in the background of the game, but I don't know. I'm saying I enjoyed the game a lot, minus my little nitpicks. But we gotta good gamers gotta good gamers and fans of gaming have to criticize to a decent degree, but not necessarily hate the game unless the game is pure trash. Other am. You know, you just gotta give good criticism and not just like the game because it's a game. That's dumb. That's very dumb. Don't do that. The fanboys they can hate all they want. They can hate all they want on us the rational Nintendo fans, giving good criticism on how Nintendo makes their games. Because whether the fanboys like it or not, a good gaming fan would want not just a game. Example, Other M and Metroid Federation Force. That's just a game. They want a good game, and Samus Returns definitely is a good game. They kind of got exactly what we all wanted out of this. So it's not really that. It's just really the whole thing is not really that big a deal. I'm just doing a comparison. Am2r is a good game. Samus Returns is a good game. If it was for Am2r, we never would have gotten Samus Returns. So we get a little bit of appreciation for both. So I definitely recommend that all Metroid fans just buy the game to show Nintendo support that we really want another Metroid side scroller, which I feel like it's gonna be Fusion, another remake. We've been having a lot of those, so hopefully they can get around to making a new installment in the Metroid's timeline, because Other M was pure trash. I don't even speak of Other M. I don't understand how I don't understand how they tried to do that, because in Super Smash Brothers, before Other M even came out, I believe, or while Other M was in development, Samus in the Smash games, her voice actor was not that bad. She actually delivered how we all see Samus. She kind of got her in a very stoic, serious, low tone kind of personality, or serious, very focused. So I don't see how they fucked that up in Other M. They really should have took pointers in how she's represented in the Smash games into cutscenes. If Samus would have ever talk again, they would be wise to use Smash's voice actor, because she gets the point of how Samus should be to a very good degree. Well, this is all in my video. Later I'm gonna upload another Overwatch Let's Play. I'm enjoying Diva's new abilities. So I'll upload another Overwatch Let's Play. It's gonna be another Junker. If they still have the Junkertown thing going on, I'll definitely just bounce out another Junkertown gameplay, because they don't have the Mayhem thing anymore right now. So unless they have Mayhem, I'll just do Mayhem. If they don't have Mayhem, I'll do Junkertown. So I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and I'm not very chatty in voice chat when it comes to Overwatch, because other people can hear me and they would probably think I'm fucking weird if I started talking to myself throughout the entire match. They would look at me like I'm fucking weird. I could tell them that I'm doing YouTube, but it will still be weird. I should just chat about the game, what I like about the game, what I like about the characters, all the funny stuff that goes on during the match to the other players if they have their voice chat on, which they don't. So I see you guys next time. Hit the like if you like the video. Hit the dislike if you dislike my logic.